Welcome everyone, I'm Nick.
And I'm Fred, and travel with us to the frightful frontier.
A show where we search for the best horror and sci-fi humans have to offer.
Today we have a cool little idea we thought of. Basically, we are asking two AIs to write a creepypasta story for us. So we gave two different AIs, Google Gemini.
Yep.
And
ChatGPT.
Basically asking them to write a little story for us.
We gave them each the same prompts.
Yes,
word for word, same prompt. And we're gonna see who does a better job.
Yeah, let's see who writes the creepiest creepypasta as a computer. So we did 3 prompts: monster, ghost, and cosmic story.
Cosmic horror, yeah.
Cosmic horror.
I'll be team ChatGPT, your team Google Gemini.
Yep.
And we'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah.
And if these are any good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a gamble too. It's not which one's better. It's like, are any of them okay?
Yeah, I didn't read through mine all the way yet.
I didn't read through mine at all yet. I saw the titles and that was it.
Yeah, and it talks a lot about walls and mirrors for some reason. I guess I never really noticed that. Empty rooms.
Yeah.
The hum. I got a lot of hum stories,
Yep.
or at least one. So, yeah, we'll see what they come up with. Who do you think is going to come out on top, like, just off the cuff?
I don't know. Google is Google, or Gemini, I guess. Gemini is Google, so it's hard to say. Like, there's so much data there, but ChatGPT is also like...
It's been around longer.
Yeah, and it's like the go-to. It's the one people think of. So I'm hopeful they're each able to write at least one good story.
Yeah.
If we're able to achieve that, I'll be happy. But other than that, I really don't know what to expect in these stories. I don't know if they'll be any good. I don't know. I'm excited to get into these. All right, so for our first prompt, again, both AI bots, I guess, got the exact same prompt. So we prompted them with, write a monster creepypasta for r/no sleep that can be read in 2 minutes or less. All right, go ahead with your monster creepypasta. Let's see what we've got.
All right. The thing that waits in the silence. All right. It started subtly. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper when the house was utterly silent. Not a breeze. Not the settling of old wood, but something else, like dry leaves skittering across concrete, but inside my walls. I dismissed it. Old house, old pipes, old imagination. Until the night the power went out. My phone was dead, the flashlight batteries were gone, and the darkness was absolute. That's when the whispers intensified. They weren't just in the walls anymore, they were around me. A soft rustling chorus, like 1,000 insects shredding their skin, just beyond the reach of my hearing. I held my breath, straining. The sound would stop the instant I made a noise, a creak of the floorboards, a nervous cough, even an involuntary twitch of my muscle. Silence. But the moment I was perfectly still, perfectly quiet, they'd returned, closer. One night I was laying in bed trying to sleep, trying not to breathe loudly. The rustling was right beside my ear. I could almost feel it, a dry, papery brush against my skin. I squeezed my eyes shut, paralyzed. A new sound, a wet, sucking pop, like something detaching, and then a single clear whisper, so close it vibrated in my eardrum. You stopped breathing. I gasped, a choked, involuntary sound. The rustling stopped, the silence was deafening. I haven't been able to sleep since. Every night I lie awake listening. I know it's still there, waiting for the silence, waiting for me to hold my breath. Just little too long. Because now when the house is quiet, I don't just hear the rustling. Sometimes I hear it chewing. That's it. That's my whole story.
That's the last line?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's some type of monster in the house eating something, right? Yeah.
I guess so. What was it? What did it say to it? The monster said something.
Yeah,
You
so-
stopped breathing. Yeah.
A wet sucking pop. What was that? Is that like a bone cracking? Or like, I imagine that's like a bone getting pulled out or something.
Okay.
Like a shoulder or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you pull that out. So then a new sound, a wet sucking pop, like something detaching. So yeah, I feel like that would be like a bone or something being pulled out, or like is eating something. And then a single clear whisper, so close it vibrated in my eardrum. You stopped breathing.
All right.
I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get
Yeah.
the you stopped breathing.
I don't hate the atmosphere of the story, but I have no idea what's happening.
I like the concept of like a total like computer trying to make something scary for like humans.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
a monster that would eat you. I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
so
All right.
is the house the monster or is the monster inside the walls?
I don't know.
From what I can tell, they like to play with walls a lot in like
Yeah.
rooms and like
So,
stuff.
what was the name of yours? The Thing.
The thing that waits in silence.
Mine is called The Thing That Watches the Corners.
Okay.
So, like, we're
That's
on the
pretty
same
close.
page. Yeah.
That's close. All right.
Okay, cool. I'll dive into mine and we'll see. All right. The Thing That Watches the Corners. I moved into this old farmhouse last fall. The price was suspiciously low, but I chalked it up to age and isolation. It's surrounded by cornfields, the stalks whispering day and night. Peaceful at first. Then the corners started changing. Okay. It was subtle, barely noticeable at first. A shadow in the hallway that stretched wrong, a shape in the mirror that didn't move when I did, always in the corners, never directly in front of me. I thought I was tired seeing things until I found the claw marks behind the fridge. What are you doing behind the fridge? Four jagged gashes, fresh, too deep for any rodent. That night, I set up my phone to record the kitchen while I slept. At 3:12 a.m., something stepped into frame. It crawled, no, flowed from the corner like water made of shadow and teeth. Long, jointless limbs dragged its body across the tile, black eyes fixed on the camera. It knew. It watched for 9 full minutes, unmoving, before slinking back into the corner. I don't sleep much now. It's in every room, always in the periphery. I tried turning on the lights. It doesn't help. Corners still exist. I moved my bed to the center of the room. No walls, no shadows, just light. I thought I was safe. Then I blinked. It was there, crouched just behind my eyelid, waiting. You're in a room right now. Look around, count the corners. Now ask yourself, are they still empty? That's all I got.
Huh. That feels like a ghost story to me. Like that's like on the borderline of like a ghost
Yeah.
and not a monster.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I don't know. All right, between the two, what do you think?
I like mine. I like the Gemini story because it's a monster that's actually eating something.
Okay.
What it's eating, how it's eating, what it's doing, is interesting. Compared to your story is just like, I kind of see something out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah. As far as like the actual monster side of it goes, I think I like your monster better.
Yeah.
But I think I like some of the storytelling in the ChatGPT one better.
Yeah.
Like the pacing or like where was it? I don't sleep much now. It's in every room, always in the periphery. I tried turning on the lights. It doesn't help. Corners still exist. Like things like that. I like the way that the story was told a little bit more with this one, but I like your monster more.
I feel like yours could be a lot longer. I feel like yours, like if we told it to write like, probably like 3 chapters worth of it or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like yours could go longer. I feel like mine could not go longer. I feel like
Mine feels like a trailer for a story.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah.
the back of a book.
Yeah.
For like what, especially with like that prompt at the end. Now ask yourself, are they still empty? Like it's like,
yeah,
they're setting up a world kind of.
Yeah, I like the prompt like thing.
Yeah.
I think if it feels like that, it feels like a little, it's once you read the actual story.
Yeah.
where mine is just kind of like a student wrote this.
All right, so if we had to pick one.
I'm going with Google Gemini on this one.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm torn. I'm really torn between the two, so I'm okay going with Google Gemini because it did a better job of like the monster. Again, like yours actually had a monster in it. Mine, if anything, it was like until I found the claw marks behind the fridge. Like,
yeah.
Also, what are you doing back there?
Yeah, what would also be big enough to make claw marks like behind the fridge without moving the fridge? Or it's on the other side of the wall, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as like an actual monster story, I think I definitely think I'm going with Gemini now.
Yeah.
This is the setup for a story, but like as far as an actual monster story, this feels a little lackluster.
Yeah, I feel like it could be a good story though. Like if
it could be. It's not.
If you sat there and were like telling them to like make it longer and like add stuff to it and stuff like that,
right,
I think it could really come out. But mine, I feel like will empty.
All right, Google Gemini 1, ChatGPT 0.
All right.
On to the next one. Our prompt here was write a ghost creepypasta for r/no sleep that can be read in 2 minutes or less. You want to kick yours off, or you want me to go with mine first time?
I'll go with mine.
Okay, go for it. Whenever you are ready.
This is going to sound a lot like yours, I feel like, because it's the echo in the empty room.
Okay.
So this is my ghost story from Gemini. It was the house's silence. It's always the silent houses. I don't know why everything's got to be so quiet. It was the house's silence that first got to me. Not quiet, but silent. Not quiet, but silent. The kind of silence that swallows sound, leaving an oppressive vacuum. I bought the old place cheap, a fixer-upper, and previous owners were vague about why they left so suddenly. Just need a change, they mumbled, avoiding my gaze. The first week, it was just the silence. Then came the cold spots. Not drafts, but distinct pockets of frigid air, sometimes moving, sometimes lingering in the middle of the room. I'd walk through one and feel a prickle on my skin, like static electricity. Then the whisper started, faint and distinct, like a radio tune between stations. Always when I was alone, always when the house was at its most silent. I tried to record them, but the playback was always just static. One evening, I was painting the living room. The sun was setting, casting long shadows. I heard a sigh, clear as day, right behind me. I spun around, nothing, just the empty room and a half-painted wall. But then the paint on the wall, still wet, began to ripple. Not from a draft, but if something unseen was presenting itself from me. From the other side. A faint, smidged handprint began to form, pushing out from within the wall itself. I dropped the brush, my heart hammering. The handprint solidified a ghostly impression. Then suddenly, agonizingly, began to slide downwards, dragging through the wet paint. It wasn't just a hand, it was clutching a hand, and it's trying to pull itself free. I ran. I haven't been back, but sometimes when I'm in my new noisy apartment, the wind howls just right. I swear I can hear it. Not the whispers, just the sighs, but faint, desperate scratching from inside the walls. That's it.
All right.
But the faint, desperate scratching from inside the walls. I gotta say they're pretty similar. I guess the prompts aren't that different.
Yeah.
But like the whole silent room, something with silence. I personally don't find silence very scary. I've never been like.
Yeah, I've never heard a silence that is.
Yeah.
You know, like people say, like the silence is deafening. I've never.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
And like sometimes, like I'm in real estate, so I sell these houses that are like vacant, and like I'll do these open houses, like nobody will come to them, and sometimes I'll just sit in like someone else's empty house for like a couple hours, just in pure silence, and I've never been creeped out or anything. I just sit there. Maybe I'm just like not very perceptible to it, or like or not knowing of what's around me or anything. But like I was just like, oh, this is actually peaceful, you know, like
yeah. Okay.
But
I don't know. I like kind of the ambiguity of that. Like there's no real ghost. It's just the feeling of a ghost.
Yeah, you kind of grew up with a ghost, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So, I mean, ghosts themselves, I feel like most of the time they'd be pretty friendly.
Yeah, like the alleged one that we had in our house was just like, there were just reminders that she was there.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much all it was. It was never like in your face or anything or scary or aside from like the shock of like, what was that? It was just like, okay.
My thing with ghost is like, so if you have this ghost and it's trying to scare you out of the house, and then you do get scared out of the house, then the house is just going to fall apart. Like nobody's going to be taking care of it or anything.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's like, it feels very for the ghost. Like if I was a ghost, I'd be like, hey, take care of the house.
Here's $50.
Yeah, take care of this. Paint it a nice color. Maybe if I didn't like the paint color, then I'd start some stuff. But
chipping away at it.
Yeah, like this is bad. This is a bad taste. Yeah, you get somebody
Just
in there.
carve bad taste into the paint.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of like the story for Beetlejuice, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think so.
Then they just become
I
friends
haven't
with
seen
her.
Beetlejuice in forever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And if you ever see that show called Ghost, I think it was British, and then they made it like in English.
Okay.
I forget what channel it's on, but that show's super funny, and they turn on the TV for like the ghosts and stuff like that to like watch all the time.
I've never heard of this.
They have like people from different times all there. There's like a Viking, and there's a Native American, and then there's like
yeah, I have heard that.
Yeah.
Or seen. I think my wife's grandparents were watching it. Or
yeah, that's one of
something.
those. It's like everybody can watch.
It's like a
it's
CBS show or something like that, right? Yeah.
So that's what I actually always think of for ghosts, and like, I don't really think of like, because when we were growing up, Paranormal Activity was big.
Yeah.
Sinister, that wasn't really a ghost though. That was like a.
It was like demon.
Yeah, like a demon being.
I love Sinister. That is such a good movie.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the second one.
The second one it didn't live up to the first one. The first one was really, in my opinion, the first one was something special. Like it was a unique story and all that, but the second one, it felt like it was just a money grab, like a redux of the same thing, basically. It's like, what was the demon's name? Bagul, I think.
Sinister Man.
Sinister Man. Mr. Sinister Man.
Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
all right. Off the first line of my story, I know exactly who the ghost is going to be.
Is it silent?
No. All right. My story is called The Reflection.
Okay.
My sister Emily died 2 years ago in a car accident. Wonder who the ghost is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
She was 19. We shared a room growing up, and I never moved out of that house. Never packed her side away. Last week, I noticed something strange in the mirror above her dresser. At first, it was subtle, a faint fog, like breath, even when the room was cold and still. Okay. I thought maybe it was cracked or the glass was aging. I even wiped it down. What? Oh, the fog like on the glass. Like the glass or the mirror is fogging up, not like a fog in the room.
Oh.
I was like, what is happening?
I was picturing that, like, you know, when you take a shower and stuff, like the fog in there.
Yeah. Okay. I thought maybe it was cracked or the glass was aging. I even wiped it down, but the fog kept returning. Always in the same spot, always shaped like a handprint. Then it started getting worse. At night, I'd wake up and see the mirror glowing slightly, like moonlight bouncing off of it. Except the moon wasn't out, and the glow pulsed like it was breathing. 2 nights ago, I got up around 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom. As I passed the mirror, I saw her, Emily, clear as day. But she wasn't moving. Her reflection just stood there, staring back at me, even though no one was in front of the glass. Her eyes were wide, like she was screaming silently. I ran. Last night, I worked up the courage to face it. I stood in front of the mirror and whispered, "Emily, is that you?" She blinked. Then she mouthed something, over and over. "Get out, get out, get out." I haven't slept. I'm typing this from a motel 40 miles away. My phone just buzzed. It's a photo. It's from my security cam. It's the mirror. And Emily's not in the reflection anymore. She's standing in my room.
I like that one. That one actually, it was that blows mine out of the water by like a long shot.
That was good.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't hate that. A little corny in parts, but I don't know what ghost story isn't.
Yeah, that's honestly the best one we got so far.
Yeah,
for sure.
so far the reflection is really all right. ChatGPT 1, Google Gemini 1.
Yeah, that's definitely, that should be worth 2, honestly, because that's just a better story.
Yeah, that's like all around just
And it only mentioned silence once, which I think is important at this point.
All right, cosmic horror for our last one.
All right, cosmic horror. Let's see.
We're 1-1.
This one is definitely going to have some silence in it, for sure.
Okay.
Because this is The Hum Beneath the Stars.
Ooh.
Wasn't yours something with stars, too? What's the...
The Star That Blinked Back is the name of my story.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I guess that's cosmic, though, so...
Yeah.
It's just doing what we told it to do. All right. The Hum Beneath the Stars. It started when I moved to the cabin. Remote, no light pollution, just me and the endless glittering black. I'd always loved stargazing, but out here it was different. The sheer number of stars was overwhelming, a dust of diamonds scattered across velvet. Then I heard it, a low resonant? Yeah, is that resonant? Resonant. New reader here. Then I heard a low resonant hum, not from the cabin, not from the wind. It felt like it was coming from everywhere, from the vast silent expanse of space itself. It was too deep to hear with my ears, more like a vibration in my bones, a pressure behind my eyes. I tried to ignore it, attribute it to tetanus. Tinnitus, yeah.
That's when
tetanus is a totally different one.
Tetanus is different, yeah.
Yeah, that's like...
Tetanus is when you step on a
rust.
rusty nail. Yeah. Tinnitus is like the ringing in your ears when there's no sound and you just hear the...
Or the isolation getting to me. But the hum grew. It wasn't just a sound, it was a presence. It felt ancient and different and impossibly vast. When I looked at the stars now, they didn't seem like distant suns. They felt like pinpricks in a membrane holding back something immense. One night the hum intensified, vibrating through the cabin floor. I went outside, compelled. The sky was swirling vortex of light and shadow, the Milky Way a gaping maw. And in the darkest patches between the stars, where should have been nothing, I saw them. Shapes, not distinct, not solid, but absences, like holes torn into the fabric of reality, outlined by the very light they consumed. They pulsed with the hum, expanding and contracting, slow and deliberate. They were watching. I screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the hum. I ran back inside, slammed the door, and huddled into the darkest corner. The hum was still there, now inside my head, echoing the vastness I'd seen. I haven't looked at the sky since. I keep my curtains drawn in the sky and the lights on, but sometimes when the hum is loudest, when the pressure behind my eyes becomes unbearable, I feel it, a cold alien breath on my neck. And I know they're not just outside anymore. They're in the shadows of my room, waiting for the hum to grow loud enough to pull me through. That's it. That's not bad.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. I like the idea of like the aliens like coming at you via vibration and sound like that. It's kind of cool, actually.
That one actually kind of feels like the first one of my prompts, my monster prompt, where it feels like the setup for a bigger story.
Yeah, I honestly like that story.
All right, cool. Didn't hate that one. I'll dive into mine. For my cosmic horror, it's called The Star That Blinked Back. I live alone in northern Minnesota, miles from the nearest neighbor. The night sky here is unlike anything you've ever seen. No city glow, just a pitch black canvas stabbed by a million stars. 3 nights ago, I noticed a new star. Bright, bluish white. It pulsed faintly like it had a heartbeat. I assumed it was a satellite or some rare stellar event. But the next night, it had moved. Not drifted like a planet or comet. Jumped, like it had just skipped across the sky. Curious, I set up my telescope. When I found the star again, I swear on everything I love, it winked at me. One flicker, then another, like Morse code. I laughed it off and went to bed, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something had seen me. Last night, it got worse. The star was closer. I don't know how to explain it. Stars don't grow in size, but this one did. Through the lens, I could make out structure. It wasn't spherical. It looked like a massive eye, surrounded by black tendrils that shimmered against the void. Then it blinked. Not a flicker, a full, deliberate blink. The telescope cracked like it had been hit with a hammer. I staggered back, nose bleeding. And then I heard it, a whisper. Behind me. You looked first. Tonight, the sky is wrong. The stars around that thing are gone. Eaten. And I think it's here now. Not overhead, above me. Closer than the clouds. I can feel it watching, pressing down through the ceiling, through my skin. Don't look up. Whatever you do, don't look back. I don't know. I'm torn between them.
I am too. These are definitely the closest ones we've had.
Yeah. These are both pretty good. They also both feel like the setup for a bigger story.
They do.
You get a little bit of like some type of creature, like yours, you know, the voids in the space. They're basically the same story.
Yeah.
You look up at the night sky, you notice something is off, and then you notice something in your reality, and you're, you know, close to you, and then you get some indicator that they know you're there.
Right.
And then it says like, watch out.
Yeah.
They're basically the same story.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? I think, yeah, well, that's kind of the creepypasta, like...
Right, yeah. Formula.
Formula, yeah. I'm kind of leaning more towards the Gemini one on this one.
You know, I was too, and the main reason is the title.
The Hum Beneath the Stars? Yeah.
I think your title is killer.
I think that's pretty solid, yeah. I like
the star that blinked back is like...
whatever.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it just kind of falls flat for me.
Yeah, stars kind of blink all the time, don't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty, yeah, they like radiate or something.
Yeah.
But I like this one too, because the idea of like a hum that you can't hear, you just like feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
Is like a cool...
Yeah. And I mean, okay, as far as like cosmic horror too, Google definition, cosmic horror, also known as Lovecraftian horror or Eldritch horror, is a subgenre of horror that emphasizes the horror of the unknowable and the incomprehensible rather than gore or shock. And I feel like they both hit that a little bit. Mine probably leans into the gore or the shock a little bit more with like the telescope like cracking and hitting your face. Like if you're picturing that happening on screen, that's a little bit of a jump scare moment.
Right.
So I feel like ChatGPT veered out of the cosmic horror to make it, whereas I feel like yours was truer cosmic horror.
Yeah, where it's more of like the concept of it all.
Yeah. All right. I think that's fair. Give it to Gemini on that, but man, that ghost story.
I know,
ChatGPT ghost story was really good, but the other ones...
I feel like we should take that one and have it expand on that one. That was a good one to expand on, I think.
Okay.
I think that one. I would say that one, and then the Hum Beneath the Stars. Like if we did those two and expanded on those and see what it could write like an actual big story.
Yeah.
Because maybe, I feel like the 2-minute prompts is kind of just like a snippet of it.
I mean, we set ourselves up for it to be the trailer for a bigger story by having it be a 2-minute prompt. And like that's also how creepypastas are written. They're just like, I don't know what this thing is that's happening to me. What the heck's going on, Reddit?
Right.
So like we definitely set ourselves up for that. But if we were able to expand on them, I guess let us know if you want us to do that in a future video. Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, or don't. We'll probably do it anyway. Yeah. Let us know I like those. Which story you like the most and what do you think holds up, Gemini or what is it, ChatGPT? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we were to go on with a bunch of different horror subgenres too, it would just be back and forth. I don't know that we would ever come out with a clear winner. Right. Maybe we should put a prompt in there that was like, for like ChatGPT, say like, write a story better than Gemini could and see what it does. Oh, there's an idea.
I don't think it'd do anything. I think it would just
What if we-
write a story.
What if we like did crazy horror prompts? So like rather than a ghost, what if we did like an ice cream
Yeah, that'd be cool.
pasta, or just like came up with crazy ideas,
Yeah.
like not horror related,
Yeah.
and then saw how they could expand on that. Because that would be a real challenge. Like writing a ghost story, you know how to. Everybody could come
Right.
up with the concept of a decent ghost story. Like,
Yeah.
oh, somebody moves into a new house and they start hearing the house creaking, and then they start seeing things, and then this. Okay,
Yeah.
ghost story. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good one. Yeah, maybe if you guys think of anything that we should put in there for the prompt, it would be cool.
Yeah.
Like something weird, something different. Ice cream. That one, the Japanese writer did the ice
The
cream
guy who
one.
did Uzumaki.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did ice cream one, did he?
Junji Ito?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Where all the kids like end up being the ice cream.
What? I don't think
Remember
I've seen
They
that
like
one,
morph
no.
into ice cream. It's like an ice cream truck. I forget the name of it. I'll have to show you that. But yeah.
Okay.
That was a cool one though.
Okay.
So
All right. Cool. Well, yeah, let us know what you think of the stories. I thought this was fun. This
Yeah.
was something different.
I thought this was
I'd like to do this again more.
Yeah.
Whether we expand on them or come up with different prompts, either way, I thought this was a
cool little experiment.
fun
Yeah.
experiment. I'm definitely here for it. So thanks for watching. Let us know which story you thought was the best, which one you'd like to hear more of, and which AI bot, website, whatever you want to call it, did a better job.
Yeah.
Let us know if you disagree with our picks or whatnot. But other than that,
Thanks for traveling with us to the frightful frontier.
we'll see you next time.